Quick. Think of something to open with. We need something that's recording. We're rolling. Go.
You said something came in the mail today? You got something in the mail? What was it?
These nuts. No, I did get something in the mail today, though.
That was very loud.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah,
it was panic.
But I was just saying that the listeners are not going to be happy.
No warning for that. Sorry, headphone listeners. No warning. And actually, probably once I normalize the audio levels, it probably won't be that bad.
Maybe.
As long as I don't forget to play the intro, because when I have to add it separately, oftentimes I don't normalize audio levels because I get scared that's going to mess up the audio.
Yep.
So we'll see. But yeah, something did come in the mail today, and I'll talk about it after we play the intro, because I'm not going to forget this week, and Caleb is not going to have to remind me.
We're having a great day.
Welcome back
to... This is Caleb. How can I help you?
Okay, nice. I wish I knew you were going to do that. I wouldn't have cut you off. Shout out to the Hibbit days. Oh, do you ever just answer your phone like that sometimes?
Yeah.
From time to time, if I think about it, if someone calls me, I'll answer.
I don't know why.
We're having a great day.
Now popped in my head.
Speaking.
Just popped into my head.
That's awesome. Today is Wednesday. My days are off, by the way, way off. But today is indeed Wednesday, April 9th. And this is episode... Caleb, pop quiz, what episode is this?
37.
Pigeons. See how big of a fan you are. Well,
episode 37.
If you are a listener, comment and tell Caleb if he was right or not. And we'll see if he's fake or if he knows.
I am correct. I looked at it today.
If he knows the episodes to his own podcast. No, I normally have it pulled up, and I had to restart my computer, and I didn't restore the pages. So
dang,
that's on me. But it is indeed episode 37. And I said I got something in the mail. Not that interesting, but it's fun for me. I got my first 3D printer.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Dude,
normally the printers
awesome.
I get are all two-dimensional, so they're just like a poster. It's like a picture of a printer, but I got a real printer this time.
Yeah.
It's 3D. No, I did. I got my first 3D printer.
Did you?
Got it from Temu. Shout out
is this a Temu?
Yeah.
You're about to put them out of business. They're about to sell themselves out of business.
I'm helping them survive the tariffs on my own. I got a 3D printer from them, and it looks. I don't want to jump the gun because I barely looked at it, but it looks pretty sick. I got to put it together. I'm gonna be super anxious all episode. I want to get done and get. Not that I don't enjoy doing this. I just really want to use my 3D printer. So I want to get done, get this edited, get it ready, and then go set up my 3D printer. I could have just done a lot, just record, just talking with Luke while he sets up his 3D printer.
You could go live.
Oh man. No, I didn't mean to say live. I just meant while we're recording.
Oh. Yeah.
Nonetheless, though, very excited. I looked on. You know what the nail in the coffin was? That I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order one. I've been thinking about getting one for years, and I was looking at one of the websites where people upload the files, and you can just print them out. They're free. Mm-hmm. Some people charge. Some of them are free. And on this particular free one, they have the board from Severance, but it's a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I gotta order the innards. I can't print a speaker.
But, I didn't like that.
I don't know how else to word it. The innards.
The speaker.
But
yeah, you have to order the
it's
speaker.
more than just that. It's gonna be the tooth that is blue and the switch or something. I don't know. But I can print the shell, and it looks exactly like the board. And that's the first thing I have my eye on. I'll probably print some smaller stuff to try to learn what I'm doing first. But my goal right now is to print out the board from
Have you... This is going to connect eventually. Have you seen the guy on TikTok that painted Bob's Burgers into that old painting?
I have not, but that's awesome.
Oh, it's incredible. But right now he has another painting, and it's like a still life, and he's painting a bunch of Severance stuff into it.
Nice.
Like he did. It's like
That
a
rocks.
picture, like a painting of like a table and stuff, and he has like some fruit and stuff. He did like Mark's little desk thing with his head in it, and then Irv's melon party for his funeral. And then he just did a stack of waffles, so he's gonna do a bunch of that stuff.
You said Irv's lemon party?
Melon party?
Oh, I know you're a big lemon party guy, but
What?
don't do that.
No, I
You know what lemon party is. Ball
I do
knowers
not.
know.
I do not know.
It was a very famous prank back in our days, back in our youth. You don't remember the lemon party prank?
No.
Dang, I could get you with it right now if the website's still up.
Wait, is it one of those?
I won't. It's one of those.
Oh God, I'm happy.
It's like the worst one you could possibly think of.
I'm happy I don't.
I
know
actually,
about
fun
that.
fact, never fell victim to it, but I'm just cultured.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm aware of it, but fortunately,
I
never got with it.
That's
Shout out, not shout out to lemon party.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
That's cool though that he's doing those paintings.
Yeah,
That's
they're a lot of fun. He's done a couple of them, and I've enjoyed them. I'll send you some links later.
Okay. Speaking of which, remembered, I haven't sent you any links of Hasnan and Mr. Greedy.
I've been waiting on
Biggie. I saved one
the
other day to try to remember to send it to you.
I have,
but I haven't
I did
sent it to you
forget to look at, like to ask, but
they knocked some bottles down in front of the GOAT Muzamil, and he still scored. Just an absolute legend.
His name is Downcycled Paintings.
Nice. Shout out to
TikTok.
Downcycle Paintings.
He also did one with Always Sunny, which was awesome. He made
that's cool.
Sweet D, an ostrich.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's an ostrich that's loose locally right now.
Huh?
There's a local loose ostrich.
Where is locally?
Like Delmarva.
Okay.
It's like around, I don't know offhand, but it's like relatively nearby.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe not like Dorchester County, but
how? All right. Cool. I don't even know
That's awesome.
What you would even do to catch an ostrich.
Probably try to get it to sell you some insurance or something.
That's an emu.
Oh, yeah, that might be what's loose. Is an emu. It is. I found it. Okay.
We got to be careful because
ostrich
wasn't Australia in like a war with emus and they were losing like a long time ago?
I believe you're right. Yeah. Yeah, ostrich or emu seen walking down Route 50, Wicomico County. So, and there's a picture of it. So yeah, they're out. The emus are coming for us. They're coming for us. What else should I have? Oh, me and Caleb are funny now.
Wait, the Great Emu War was a nuisance wildlife management military operation undertaken in Australia over the later part of 1932 to address public concern over the number of emus. Large, yeah. So they had a war in 1932.
That's awesome.
It lasted 1 month, 1 week, and 1 day.
That rocks.
986 emus confirmed killed.
I thought for a second you meant like 986 emus had confirmed kills.
That would be awesome.
That's insane. They should make a movie about that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Huh. Anyway. Yeah, we're hilarious. Cool. We're funny.
We're funny now.
We're funny. We went to a lecture.
I haven't figured it out yet. Like I haven't seen where I've become funny yet, but I can only assume that since we were in the presence of greatness, we are now officially funny.
We were in the same building. Presence.
Same. Barely.
Presence might not be the right word, but the same building.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Yeah, we were on the same page there. Barely in the same building, but we were in the very, very back row to see Daniel Tosh, which was awesome. Always wanted to see him.
Very funny.
Definitely my favorite stand-up comedian of all time. Would you say he's yours?
Probably, yeah. I like him a lot.
I would have guessed. I would have guessed that.
Yeah. I might like Donald Glover's one stand-up comedy more, but I don't know.
Fair, but I feel like if we're talking specials and you want to say his was your favorite special.
Yeah.
But like if we're talking stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Like, obviously.
Dude, I used to come to your house on Tuesdays and have Tosh Tuesday.
Tosh Tuesdays, yep. And we had a Tosh Saturday this past Saturday. It was hilarious, and there is one big problem that arises from this show, and I don't know if you remember this.
Okay.
But it's come to our attention via Daniel Tosh that Caleb and I might be racist.
Yes.
And I'm not going to steal his joke because I could never deliver it the way he could, but basically, we've been made aware by Daniel Tosh's joke that disliking pigeons could potentially be problematic.
Yeah. But
me and Caleb just looked at each other when he made the joke, and we were like, uh-oh.
But he said that if you like seagulls but don't like pigeons.
Yes. He was like, they're the same bird. Fair, I would yell at a seagull, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, they're both the same bird family. Yeah.
But seagulls are
it would be funny if you heard it. Yeah. Also, doves. Same deal with doves, because they're technically pigeons, right?
I don't know, man.
Look, I'll yell at any bird. You put a bird in front of me. I've been on the record saying I would not want to. Hold on, I have to preface this. Could, if I had to, kill a bald eagle with my bare hands. Don't want to. Unpatriotic.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to, I could. I've been on the record saying that. So I'll yell at any bird.
Also, emus. I would yell at an emu.
I would yell at emu.
Australia had a whole war against them.
Yeah. You can't sell low-price insurance to individuals. Emus can't do that. And then you see him on the TV selling insurance, sure enough.
Yep.
But yeah, the show was great.
There's a few jokes that I
go see it.
Just will never repeat.
Yeah, I've been telling like all my friends about like, oh, so good. He had this bit where this, that, and third. I've just been like butchering all his jokes, but they get the idea. They picture him doing it, and that's funny.
And they can probably picture him doing it better than we can see.
Yeah, that's true. They probably could. There's one I have not repeated at all.
Yeah.
And have you seen him on this current, I guess, tour? Like he's just kind of bopping around. I feel like it's not like a full blown tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you've seen him recently, I feel like you probably know what it is.
Yeah.
There's a good chance. There's a joke that is very uncomfortable. It was funny,
but it was
like he's hilarious.
It might have been the funniest joke of the night.
But he may also be the only person that
can say that combination of words.
Yeah, in the same sentence
without dying a little bit inside.
I literally couldn't even give our listeners hints like, oh, here's like 4 things it involves without getting arrested.
Yeah.
I have the FBI banging on my door the moment they heard me say those like 3 or 4 things in the same category.
He did have one heckler. Not really a heckler. He just got booed.
Yeah, one random guy booed him.
He must have been a police officer because it was a joke about police officers being dumb.
Yeah, which also like what a that kind of confirmed his point if that guy was because he was going after like everyone. Like it wasn't like he was. He certainly leans one way like politically, but he was taking jabs at every side.
Yeah,
and like you would be the guy that. You're the one guy that got mad about the joke that was about you when he made jokes about everybody.
The one guy? Because there were 2 guys next to us.
They didn't boo.
They didn't boo, but they did get up and leave.
They did get mad, evidently, because they got up and left. Yeah, literally, I don't think they made it to the 10-minute mark. And they got up and left. I guess his jokes were... Let's just put it this way. Ironically, they were the biggest snowflakes in the room.
Yeah, very ironic.
And they walked out. And they honestly, like 30 seconds later, he made a joke that they would have loved
Yep.
And I leaned over to Caleb. I was like, "Those guys probably aren't even out of the building yet, and they left. They left a second too early."
Yep.
Because this whole thing is like, I don't care what you believe. I just want balance. I just want balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, he's so funny, so funny.
And one of my favorite quotes by him is about like not if you say there's nothing funny about blank, we can't be friends. And he's like,
yeah.
Like, if you write a good enough joke, it is funny. So
yeah.
And that he just
never
like,
said
just...
the sentence, "There's nothing funny about blank. We could never be friends."
Yeah. Yeah. So,
which, by the way, not that I'm claiming it's funny, but I was showing Caleb. I sent him a picture of my Temu Legos.
Yeah.
And which I have one right here. Temu Lego, Kobe Bryant shoe, pretty lit. Anyway, we were talking Temu Legos, and I was like, "Oh, they have a Titanic that comes with an iceberg." And that's kind of crazy, no?
It is.
And I know we kind of brushed it off. There's a movie. It's been like romanticized, Titanic, yada yada. But like that was at the time, like the worst, like horrible disaster of that era. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I asked Caleb. I was like, "How many years, if any, until society has started to sell Twin Towers Legos that include the planes?"
Yeah.
Because we might not be that far off from like a in memoriam of the towers Lego set.
Yeah.
Without the plane. But is that not kind of crazy to think? The Titanic? You include the iceberg?
I mean, it's
wild. How many years until that happens?
It did happen over 100 years ago.
It did. Listen, I'm not saying it's not. I would like for my Titanic set to include the iceberg.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, how many years as society does it take until you want your Twin Tower set to include?
Yeah, like it probably coming up on like the chance to have a Challenger Lego set that explodes.
That's very possible. Exploding Challenger Lego set is very possible. It's the Michael Scott thing when he was like, comedy, like it takes time for things to be funny. He's like, people are still just now kind of coming around on the Abe Lincoln assassination. It's funny. I think he might have, dare I say, he said something about 9/11 not being funny yet.
Maybe. I don't know.
If he did, I feel like I'd have a more vivid memory of that, so maybe not. But yeah, it takes time. So Lego Titanic that comes with an iceberg is crazy. Because there's that country song too where he's like, "I'm a Titanic sinking down into that deep blue sea," and I'm like, that's great. That's supposed to be like a hype moment in the song.
Yeah.
Like that is a horrible tragedy.
So many people died. So many people drowned.
Will there be a country song that's about 9/11 someday, and it's not like that moment isn't sad?
Oh,
that's like the climax. Yeah. That's like the climactic.
Toby
like
Keith made
everyone
so much money off of it.
No. It's like the everyone sing this part along. Let's go. Raise your glass. We are having a great time. Like I'm a tower. I'm a plane hitting that tower, melting those steel beams, and everyone's like, yeah. Like, will that ever? I'm not saying it should, but will that ever happen? It's just interesting how society evolves.
Yeah.
Time something.
Time heals all wounds.
Yeah. I guess so. Or at least makes people more willing to take it more lightly. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, not saying someone should write a country song like that.
But the fact that it comes with an iceberg is insane.
Yeah. Like, because the point I'm making is that when that happened, no one could have ever envisioned that, like, man, can't wait for the Lego set to come out with the iceberg. You know?
Yeah.
Can't wait for the country song to drop where they're, like, excited, I think, that the Titanic sank. Like, it's very confusing. It's very, very confusing. Oh, speaking of music.
Wait, this thing's crazy. It, like, breaks apart, too.
Well, they have two. One of them breaks apart. One of them's, like, halfway. It's, like, broken. And the other one is still intact, and there's an iceberg that it's heading towards.
Yeah.
They have a couple different sets. Both wild. Yeah. The broken one is just as crazy.
I have to plug my headphones in real quick.
Okay. Okay. Caleb's going to plug up. Caleb the plug. I have a question I want to ask Caleb about. He can probably still hear me. But, hey, does your shirt say Sydney Sweeney?
No.
Oh, I just saw Sydney.
It's a band.
I saw Sydney when he stood up.
It's a band from Australia.
Okay. Anyway, assuming Caleb can still hear me, I had. Caleb has stopped recording. We might be in trouble, fellas. We've lost Caleb. All right, I'm gonna yap for a little bit and see if Caleb can rejoin. See, this is the problem with technology these days. You plug in your headphones. Should be a good thing. Should be a good thing. And what does it do? It kicks you out, which makes literally no sense at all. But what I was going to ask Caleb, I'll just ask you guys instead with no response. Are you familiar with the term a shiesty? Right? It's like a ski mask, except it's not really. I haven't heard anyone refer to a. Oh, is Caleb back? Because I'm echoing.
Yeah, I'm back, but my
okay. I was about to send you a.
My headphones aren't working.
Uh-oh.
Let me leave real quick.
Okay. Back on the shiesty. So it's like not your traditional ski mask with a hole for each eye and a hole for your mouth. It's one of the ones like a lot of time like a football player will wear it under their helmet, and it just there's just like a gap for your eyes, and you pull it up over your nose. You can pull it under your chin if you want to. And it's referred to as a shiesty as of the last few years. And the question I had today, I'm aware of Pooh Shiesty the rapper, right? Did he popularize the term shiesty, or does Mr. Pooh call himself shiesty because he wears a shiesty? Were people already calling it a shiesty? What came first, the Pooh or the shiesty? And I cannot wait to ask Caleb that. So when he gets back, we're going to get to the bottom of this. What came first, the Pooh or the shiesty? In the meantime, if you guys are returning listeners, thank you. I think last week's Yelling at Pigeons, we had, I would say, see if I can do quick math here. I would say we probably had a 260. No, probably way more. We probably had like almost a 400% increase in listeners over our average listeners, which I know what you're thinking. Whoa, oh my gosh, are they blowing up? No, our average listeners are just very, very low. So it only takes a few more to get that kind of increase. So don't take that too seriously. We're talking almost dozens of listeners last week. Almost. But that's just on YouTube. That's just YouTube views. That's not, if you combine the two, we do have dozens. YouTube and Spotify. So that's cool. Yeah, while we're waiting for Caleb, why don't we get an answer to our shiesty question? I'm going to look this up. How did Pooh... Okay. I wonder if it has an H, like Woody the Pooh. Oh, hey, what's up?
I had to go back to old reliable headphones. I just forgot to charge my other ones.
Dang, that sucks. Yeah. I actually forgot to charge mine, and I plugged them in while I was setting up to get just a little extra juice.
Yeah, I think that would have been perfect if I would have done that, but I plugged my Xbox headset in the other day instead.
Nice. I was just asking the listeners. First of all, I was thanking them because we had, low-key, we had like probably almost 400% increase in listeners or viewers on YouTube last week, which I told them probably sounds like we're popping off, but our listeners, our viewers were just so low that we're now up to almost dozens of listeners or viewers on YouTube.
Oh, we did have we had 44 the other week with the.
Yeah, but I'm saying like just typical. Yeah. We did have the Shrek one.
Or the Shrek one
was like weirdly popped off. I don't know why. I mean, I thought it was a good episode, but I just didn't expect it to get like way more listeners than usual. But that's awesome. Anyway, I was asking the listeners, are you familiar with Pooh Shiesty?
Yeah. It's where the shiesty mask comes from, right?
That's my question. Does he call himself Pooh? Does Mr. Pooh refer to himself as shiesty because he wears a shiesty, or did he popularize the shiesty?
That's a good question.
What came first, the Pooh or the shiesty? That is my question. And I feel like that's the age-old question in society that we've asked for a long time. What came first, the Pooh or the Shiesty? Also, I'm going to look it up, try to get an answer. Does he have an H on his name like Winnie the Pooh, or is this P-O-O? Got to find out.
It's P-O-O-H.
So how did Pooh Shiesty get his name? Okay, rapper Pooh Shiesty's stage name is a combination of his childhood nickname, Mr. Pooh. That's awesome.
Did you just call him Mr.
And the
Pooh?
slang term. I actually did. That's crazy. we go way back. Me and Mr. Pooh. And the slang term Shiesty was given to him by his late brother, R.I.P., who adopted the nickname to reflect his lifestyle. Okay, so the Pooh came first.
Yeah.
What came first, the Pooh or the Shiesty? The Pooh came first, and he popularized the Shiesty. The question came up because that's what I thought at first, and I was like, it's kind of crazy that he's just changed the name of Ski Mask forever.
Yeah.
Now, if you still have a traditional, like, regular ski mask with 2 holes for your eyes and mouth, like SpongeBob would put it in the bag. Put the money in the bag.
I thought he just had a sock on for that.
Yeah, you might be right. But I felt like you could see his eyes and stuff. Huh. Either way. I think that was the point. He was looking the other way.
Yeah, you don't know ball.
That was the whole joke. Yeah. I don't know ball. I don't know Bob. I do know Bob. But anyway. Yeah, it's just crazy, the cultural impact that Mr. Pooh has had.
Yep.
Pooh Shiesty has changed the name of a ski mask for the rest of time.
Yep. And Ski Mask the Slum God never did that.
No, because he kind of was low-key soft. He just was like, I'll just use the name that's already there instead of inventing a new one.
Yeah.
Pooh Shiesty could never. So shout out to Pooh Shiesty. That was my... Before I put a note just that reminded me to talk about the Tosh show, that was my only note for today, was what came first, the Pooh or the Shiesty.
That's hilarious. I have a note. We have the second half of the 50 movie quotes, or 100 movie quotes.
Let's hear these ridiculous.
And we will be creating at least 50 quotes.
We're going with something. I was thinking about that over the weekend. Like, man, 100 would be
a lot.
But
like, even if we just do like,
we can come up with
since
something.
We've been around or whatever. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we can come up with something.
Number 51. This is from 1971. From a movie called Dirty Harry.
Okay.
Right? You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
Maybe a 5.
Number 52, which I think is the second one from this movie on this list. It is. From the movie Jerry Maguire, starring Jerry O'Connor. Or O'Connell.
I was going to say, Jerry O'Connell.
Oh.
Jerry O'Connell starring Jerry Maguire.
Yeah. 1996. You Had Me at Hello. Could be higher than 52.
That actually is a really good one.
Yeah.
Because it gets... My biggest thing with this whole list has been like, how often do I hear that without watching the movie?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a good one. Or like people have even changed that. Now it's just You Had Me at whatever. They just fill it in. That's a really good one.
Yeah. This is one that we're just going to hate just by simply saying that it's from 1930.
Boo.
Yep.
There's only one thing Caleb likes from the 1930s, and it's not this movie quote.
Mm-hmm. From a movie called Animal Crackers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do love Animal Crackers, though. The ones with the little frosting on them.
Oh, those ones
like
go crazy.
Little elephant.
Oh, speaking of elephants, one morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got my pajamas, I don't know. That's a funny joke.
That's
a funny joke.
I like that. But this might be the first funny one.
Like, genuinely, that's hilarious.
That's really good.
This is from 1992.
Wait, what movie was that from?
Animal Crackers, 1930.
Animal Crackers. I might have to watch that. That's funny.
We're going to do a watch along.
Animal Crackers.
A League of Their Own. There's no crying in baseball.
Okay. Pretty famous. Yeah. I've heard it.
1977. This guy is making me so mad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know his name. I
think we read it last week, but I don't remember it.
This is from Annie Hall. La-di-da, la-di-da. That's the quote.
Kid,
get out of here.
He should be fired. Like, you should legally be allowed to post blogs or articles or whatever this is if you include that.
This is just AFI. I don't know
insane.
who made the list. It's AFI. Whoever writes for AFI.
La-di-da, la-di-da's actually insane.
It's insane. That's more of a singing. Anyway. This is from Psycho from 1960. A boy's best friend is his mother. No. Love my mom.
Okay.
She's great. Not my best friend.
Same. No, my best friend is probably
money, the bag.
Mr. Pooh.
Oh, Mr. Pooh.
Go way back. My childhood best friend, Mr. Pooh.
From Wall Street, 1987. Greed, for a lack of better words, is good.
Okay. Don't really like it.
The Godfather Part 2, 1974. This could be... Did not know that this quote was from the Godfather series. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Okay. I've definitely heard it.
Yeah.
That was from The Godfather?
Part 2.
I wonder if that's LeBron's favorite quote from that.
There's just so many.
We'll never know. There's just so many. There's just so many good ones. It's just, how could you ever?
1939, Gone with the Wind. As God is my witness, I'll never be hungry again. Are you going to die with a full stomach?
Okay. Maybe.
1933, Sons of the Desert. Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into. These are whack.
These are really bad.
Yeah. This is 61, and arguably could probably be a top 5 movie quote. Scarface, 1983, say hello to my little friend.
That's easy. Listen, would it be on mine? Probably not, just because I haven't seen Scarface, but that's iconic.
Yes. Yeah. Like, how is it 61? Like, these...
Because it's that's why. It's because it's too well known, and whoever he or she that made this article has to be so niche and so everyone knows that, so it doesn't crack my top 10.
I think there's only one movie whose date starts with a 2. We haven't gotten to it yet. Like, this is absurd. Like, you're telling me that there's been no good movies made in the last 20 years?
Yeah.
With no quotes? Like, this guy is an idiot. This is from Beyond the Forest, 1949. What a dump. How... If you just said what a dump, there's probably like 2 people that'd be like, oh, that's from that movie from 1949.
Yeah.
But like, if me and you say the same thing at the same time, and I say, did we just become best friends? You know that I'm talking about Step Brothers.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Or Shake and Bake. You know we're talking about Talladega Nights. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to like why he picked like. This is from
there. No, again, there is a rhyme or reason. The rhyme and reason is that he wants to.
We're also just assuming it's a guy.
So much fun. He or she.
But I could just see some like super nerdy guy who's like a film nerd that's like, yeah, and like he quotes these movies. This is the guy from that I Think You Should Leave sketch.
Yes.
This is from The Graduate, 1967. Miss Robinson, you're trying to seduce me, aren't you?
I don't like that either.
Nope. Dr. Strangelove, 1964. Gentlemen, you can't fight in here. This is the war room.
I mean, it sounds kind of cool, but I don't really see the significance.
Again, this is another one. Probably wouldn't be on my list. Probably will not be on my list. But this is a movie quote that is just known. So it should be higher than 68 or 65. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, 1939. Elementary, my dear Watson.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one?
I don't know that one.
Wow. All
Never
right.
heard it.
This one, 1968. Haven't seen this movie. I know you watched all the remakes recently. Planet of the Apes. Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape.
That's the quote?
Yeah.
If you're gonna have one from Planet, well, you know what? That's probably from like the old.
Yeah, this from. I did say that it was.
You said the year. I missed that. Sorry.
Luke doesn't pay attention to things I say. He's like, "Hey, let's do a podcast," and then doesn't listen to things I say. So
I don't. That's like the whole point.
Yeah. Oh, Luke, this one's from like one of your favorite movies. From 1942, Casablanca.
Oh my gosh.
This person
in freaking Casablanca
is in love with Casablanca. This is like that movie Her, which I didn't see, but I know the guy was in love with a computer.
Yeah.
But he's in love with Casablanca. Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the worlds, she walked into mine.
Oh my gosh. I hate this person so much.
That is the number 60. I would like fist fight this person.
We should have this person on the show and pretend we like their list, and then as soon as they get on here, we just
boo.
Yeah, just boo them the whole time.
The Shining, 1980. Here's Johnny.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one.
You thought that I was Johnny. Poltergeist, 1982. They're here.
Also another good one.
Marathon Man. I think he started to get lazy with these three here. Number 70, 1976. Marathon Man. Is it safe?
I don't know if I know that.
No, but Is It Safe is one of the best movie quotes over the last 100 years.
Oh, okay. I thought you were implying like he was getting lazy by like he was no longer looking for the niche.
No
quote,
but it probably is. But like, no, he got lazy. Just like, here's Johnny, they're here. Is it safe?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, but is it safe? Like, who in the world would be like, yep, that's a movie from 1976, Marathon Man.
Yeah.
This is The Jazz Singer from 1927.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet.
That feels like
is that Bon Jovi?
a song.
One more time.
Yeah. Yeah, one more time. I'll say I feel like that's from a song. Yeah. It's pretty darn close.
Yeah. From 1981, Mommy Dearest, which I would have thought that the title of this movie would be like 1921. But Mommy Dearest, no wire hangers ever.
What was she getting into?
Downtosh probably wrote a joke about it.
Probably. He had a couple about that type of thing the other night for sure.
From 1930. There's no way they were around it. Little Caesars.
Well, first of all, if this quote's pizza, it should be way higher.
The movie's called Little Caesar from 1930. Mother of Mercy. Is this the end of Rico?
Oh. Maybe he's running around telling people no one in Barcelona likes Titus.
Yep. 1974, Chinatown. This is so funny. Actually, this quote is so funny. The movie's name is Chinatown, and the quote is, "Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown."
Guess the movie.
This is from 1951. I think we had one from this movie last week. A streetcar named Desire. I have always depended on the kindness of strangers.
I could take it or leave it.
Make some friends, buddy.
Yeah.
You know, this guy needs to make some friends instead of watching these dumb movies. Number 76 should be much higher. Much higher. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, 1991. Hasta la vista, baby.
Another classic. Instant classic.
Yep. Another one. Another perfect.
I was saying, did we hit a funny one?
1973, Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people. It's just so funny when the movie name is in the quote.
Yeah, that is.
Don't even know what Soylent Green is.
My favorite one still is the one about the elephant.
Yeah, no, that was a funny one. 2001: A Space Odyssey from 1968.
I'm familiar.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
Not good. It has to be the significance of the scene or something.
Yeah.
I've heard that movie is like incredible.
Yeah.
I watched the first 10 minutes maybe one time.
I wonder if they talked about something else in the 2001: A Space Odyssey. 1980.
It does appear to be about air travel.
1980. Airplane. Oh, this one's actually a good one.
I was going to say, that's a comedy,
Yeah,
isn't
Shirley, you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
That's an all-timer.
All-timer.
I'd be okay with that, but
79? That should not be 79.
No shot.
This is from 1976, Rocky. Yo, Adrian!
Another great one.
Yep. 1968, Funny Girl. Okay, buddy.
Yeah, that's a little oxymoron.
You know who else is a moron? The guy that wrote this list. Funny Girl. Hello, Gorgeous.
Okay, that was really funny.
Yep. National Lampoon's Animal House, 1978. Toga. It's like from like the.
It's probably funny.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Dracula, 1931. Listen to them, Children of the Night. What music they make.
Okay.
Yeah. King Kong, 1933. The original King Kong came out in 1933?
Yeah. King Kong's been around for a minute.
Oh, no. That the way I read it was not the right. Oh, no.
Wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's King Kong.
Oh, no.
Gorilla has that lady.
Oh, no. It wasn't the airplanes. It was Beauty killed the beasts.
Interesting.
And the newest movie on this...
I mean, I get it. I get the storyline. I get it.
Lord of the Rings, Two Towers is the newest movie on this list. From 2002. And it is My Precious.
Hold on. Lord of the Rings released a movie called Two Towers in 2002. That's pretty crazy. That is
crazy.
Bold move.
Yeah.
It worked, I guess. Lord of the Rings is a very successful franchise.
That is crazy.
That's kind of wild. So look for some subliminal messaging in that movie.
87. This is 42nd Street from 1933. Never mind. 86 is Dog Day Afternoon from 1975. Attica.
Lame.
That's 42nd Street from 1933. Sawyer, you're going out a youngster, but you've got to come back a star.
Boo.
Yeah. On Golden Pond from 1981. Listen to me, mister. You're my knight in shining armor. Don't you forget it. You're going to get back on that horse, and I'm going to be right behind you, holding on tight. And away we go. And away we're going to go, go, go.
Lame.
Newt Rockney All-American from 1940.
All right.
Tell them to go out there with all they got and win just one for the Gipper. I thought I said gripper for a second. I was like, hey, yo.
Just one for the gripper. Do it for the gripper.
This one's from Goldfinger. It's another James Bond movie. 1964. A martini. Shaken, not stirred.
Okay. That's a pretty famous one, I feel like.
91 from the Naughty 90s.
Ooh.
1945. Who's on First? That's from a movie? I thought that was from like a sketch from.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I never really considered what the scene was from.
Caddyshack, 1980, a classic. Cinderella story, out of nowhere. A former greenskeeper now about to become the Masters champion. Oh, Masters Week. It looks like a mirror. It's in the hole. It's in the hole. It's in the hole.
Hey, yo.
Yep. Anti-Main, 1958. Life is a banquet. And most poor suckers are starving to death. 1986, Top Gun. Top Gun is not until 94.
That's insane.
I feel the need for speed.
The need for speed.
Great video games.
Great quote.
Great quote.
Need for Speed?
Huh?
Yeah, Need for Speed? Fantastic video games. Need for Speed Underground? Come on.
Underground 2 was my favorite.
Sneaky, if you played Need for Speed growing up, the new ones are fun.
Yeah, they are fun.
Like, get back in the Need for Speed game.
Dead Poets Society, 1989. Carpe Diem. Seize the day, boys. The day, boys. Make your lives extraordinary.
Boo.
Do you think this person was like...
I feel like it's not original.
Do you think this guy was like, I'm seizing the day by writing this list?
100%. 100%.
Yeah. This is going to make so many people's lives extraordinary.
He is seizing. He's seizing everyone's day that read his
list. As in, like, seizing, as in, like, to, like, make stop.
Yeah.
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 Moonstruck, 1987. Snap out of it. Okay. Yankee Doodle Dandy, 1942.
Okay.
My mother thanks you. My father thanks you. My sister thanks you. And I thank you.
Just say we're thankful.
Yeah.
Did they have a word count they had to hit on this movie? And they're like, let's say every single person that's thankful.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just being, hey, man.
And my grandmother's thankful. And my dog is thankful. And my sister's brother's cousin is thankful.
Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, even. My child.
Yep.
They're all thankful.
Yankee Doodle Dandy. And again, another one, number 98, Dirty Dancing, 1987. Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. I've heard it, so I'll allow it.
Wizard of Oz, 1939. I'll Get You, My Pretty, You and Your Little Dog, Too. Classic.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one, number 100, 1997, from Titanic. I'm the King of the World. Could have been much higher than some of these, though.
I'll say they could have done better for that quote.
Yeah.
They could have had it way higher.
Yeah. I need to know who made this list, because it is
one of the most lame people of all time.
Let's see.
We will find who this is, and we will come after you. Well, I won't, because I would not do that, because that's a legal issue, but Caleb probably would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of I will find you and I will kill you, I don't know if the listeners saw, but there's a new Naked Gun coming out. I'm very excited. Looks really funny. I think it's funny that they casted Liam Neeson, because he's not even like a comedy guy traditionally, which apparently Leslie Nielsen wasn't really either until
Pierce Brosnan
Naked Gun
came out with this list.
He himself?
And had commentary from many Hollywood actors and filmmakers. It also came out in 2005. I don't know why we just stumbled upon it.
He made the list in 05?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
If he remakes it and it's all Hot Rod and the other guys, we're good.
Yeah. But still, like...
My only critique is that he didn't have any Good Burger in there.
That was still not a good list.
That was rough. Pierce was wanting people to know that he watched film.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
Yep.
Yeah, but New Naked Gun. It's funny that they casted Liam Neeson because his name just kind of sounds like Leslie Nielsen a little bit. And that had to have been, like, that in itself is a joke.
Yeah.
That they casted him. And the trailer looked really funny. And Akiva from, isn't that his name?
Yeah,
Akiva?
from Lonely Island.
Yeah. He's a part of the project. I believe director. He's a director. Very, very, very funny guy. Almost listened. I don't know why I didn't. I meant to listen to Things in My Jeep when I rented that Jeep the other day. It's a must.
Yeah, that's an Akiva specialty.
Drivers. Yeah, it is. Things in My Jeep. Shout out to Akiva. Can't wait for Naked Gun.
Yeah,
I need you to watch. I'm not talking to listeners. I'm talking to Caleb. I need you to watch the.
Where can I find them?
I want to say HBO.
Okay,
but I'm not sure. To be fair, have only seen the first one.
Okay.
But it's very, very funny. It's very like Angie Tribeca-esque, like that style of comedy. It looks like Naked Gun. The first Naked Gun is on Tubi.
Yeah.
For free.
Yep.
I'm seeing a link to Hulu, but I don't know if that's like a rental or if it's on there. I don't know if Hulu even does rentals. But anyway, very, very funny. Highly recommend. 86 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Especially for a comedy.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't give comedy
rating.
I
think, speaking of Hot Rod, has a really high rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Really?
I want to say.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Do you want to get into some Sporkle before we go?
Wait, I just got thrown off because I've only been. My recording only says 28 minutes because I came back in and I was like, "Dang, we've only been recording for 28 minutes.
That would be insane.
This is dreadful." Like I was like, "There's no way I'm."
That would be insane. We've been recording for 52.
Real quick, I've been getting into. This is kind of crazy. You know how I always have beef just when there's like minor inconvenience. I'm like, yeah, I have beef with this, whatever. It's always just like a reminder. I have beef.
People steal our ideas.
I have beef with Spotify right now.
Oh,
because I've been getting into audiobooks, and there's a lot of audiobooks on Spotify, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you can only listen to like 20 hours a month.
What? You have to like pay extra for
I don't know.
audiobooks?
It's like not even giving me an option to. It's like in 13 days you'll be able to listen to more.
Why?
Yeah, no idea.
So you can listen to infinity amounts of podcasts, which you should.
Yep.
You should be listening to Yelling at Pigeons infinitively.
And music.
But did I just invent a new word there? Infinitively?
Yeah, infinitively. Like definitively, but forever.
Infinitive? Yeah. You're listening to Yelling at Pigeons infinitively.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. They don't want you to learn. They don't want you to have knowledge.
Which I got on that track because I saw that Dark Matter was on there, so I wanted to listen to that book. And also, I think I got that one on Audible. Either way, so I've switched over to Audible because I got a $5 a month subscription right now.
I do think I'm paying for Audible for the last like 2 years.
Blue 40. Omaha.
Yeah. Omaha. That would be a great quote.
Yeah.
Omaha.
Yeah.
I might just put that in my rankings. Omaha, Peyton Manning.
Yeah. But
it's just not even from a movie, just Peyton Manning.
But yeah, so I have enjoyed it. I've been kind of on that like science fiction, thriller, mystery kick. I listened to
a whole
book on Sunday. And I listened to it at like 1.5 just because the cadence is kind of weird when they're reading it like real slow. So I like just bump it up. So I knocked out a 10-hour book in a whole day. It was awesome.
You should put them all on like 10x speed, knock out like 20 books a day, and you could be gaining knowledge infinitively.
Yeah, infinitively. But yeah, the guy who wrote Dark Matter, Blake something. I don't even know.
Blake Griffin?
Yeah, Blake Griffin.
Griffin. It's a great show, Blake. Did a great job.
Why?
Dark Matter, if you haven't seen it, guys.
Great show.
Watch it.
Great show.
Very, very good on Apple TV. All their products
Blake
are
Crouch.
amazing.
Okay. Yeah. Very good author. Really messes with your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that show.
Yeah, let's get into some Sporkle.
Let's do it. All right. Let me share my screen real quick.
Which means I've been technically reading.
Oh no, I count that as I've been meaning to get into audiobooks, which is why I signed up for that Audible thing I never used, because you can just get so much reading done without actually reading.
Well, I low key like not diagnosed, but like ADHD. Like I just can't focus on like the words. Like I have to be doing something else.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
still retain better that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, here we go. Live 5. Oh. Let's go. What is the NCAA FBS team with the most Rose Bowl game wins? Is this the USC Trojans, the UCLA Bruins, the Ohio State Buckeyes, or the Michigan Wolverines?
Why'd you say it like that?
We don't say that in these parts.
Yeah, you don't say the M word.
The team up north. I gotta be honest. I
think it's either USC or Michigan.
And this is gonna be really bad for my brand if it's Ohio State.
I think it's USC.
Okay, I know Ohio State has at least 2. They probably have more than that. Let's go. I knew it wasn't Ohio State. Come on, man. You think I don't know my team? Get out of here. Which part of the human brain is most importantly involved in motor control and coordination? Is this thalamus, parietal lobe, cerebellum, or a hippocampus? What is cerebellum. This? Moto is a professor?
I think hippocampus is also a band name.
That's cool. You're going with cerebellum?
Yeah.
Cerebellum, by the way, there's definitely
hippocampus.
Someone named Cerebellum.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds like a very believable name.
Hippocampus looks very
You're looking for an alias. Yeah, for sure. If you're looking for a good alias, Cerebellum is a great one.
Whoa. I'm a genius.
Oh, no. What is the largest amongst all of the lakes that are found entirely within one single country? Is this Lake Victoria, Lake Michigan?
What? Look, if you were describing...
Great Slave Lake or Lake Ladoga?
I think it's Lake Victoria. Lake Victoria, I think, is huge. But actually, hold on. Is this a trick question? Because is Lake Michigan only in Michigan? Like, is that...
I don't know if it is.
You know which one it's going to be, and it's going to be bad.
I do. I do know which one it's going to be. Victoria does feel like it would be a big lake, like Victory.
But I don't know if it's only in one. Like, I think it's big enough that it's not just in one single country.
Yeah, these are probably all.
Lake Victoria is in Africa, and there's like a lot of smaller countries there too. So,
do we go with Lake Michigan?
I think Lake Michigan sneaks into Canada.
And they just allowed us to name it Lake Michigan?
We have Ontario. There's Lake Ontario. So probably gave 1 for 1.
That's true.
Yeah. I think it's GSL.
Is this the GSL? We're gonna find out.
What?
Lake Michigan.
I don't know ball. I have to look it up. I have to look it up now. I have to visualize. Where's my maps?
What kind of animal was the first mammal to be successfully cloned from an adult somatic cell? Is this a guinea pig, a sheep, or a rat? You dirty rat.
Yep, it is.
Making all your clones. It's a sheep.
Yeah, it's a sheep,
though, for sure.
Yeah,
right?
I'm so dumb. How did I mess that up?
In 1988, U.S. territorial waters were extended from 3 nautical miles to how many nautical miles? Is this 6, 8, 12, or 4?
Okay, I think this is going to be 6 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
Because why would you add 5? Why would you add
6
1?
or 12? Who is this? Evan Turner?
6 or 12? Who is this? Daniel Tosh making them?
Okay, yeah. Starting to piece together the joke. Okay, yeah. Why were you thinking 6 or 12?
Because it's double 3 and 4 times 3 instead of but maybe adding 5. Adding 1 is wrong. Like 4 is not correct.
Right.
I want to go with 6, but you can.
It was 12.
Yeah.
What Italian dish refers to a meal prepared hunter style? We prepared it hunter style with tomatoes, onions, herbs, often bell pepper, and sometimes wine. Is this al dente, Toscano, spaghetti, or cacciatore?
Cacciatore. I think it's cacciatore. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. You used to work in the kitchen.
What NBA coach was fined $50,000 for intentionally spilling his drink on the court to delay a game against the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2013-2014 season? I know the answer, but I'll read the options. Is this Jason Kidd, Larry Drew, Doc Rivers, or Dwayne Casey? This is Lakers assistant coach, NBA champion of the 2020 season, Jason Kidd.
Wow.
And this is an all-time big brain move. Are you aware that this happened?
No.
I know you were not super into basketball time. He was out of timeouts, and it was a tight game between the Nets and the Lakers. And one of his players, I don't remember who it was, is walking towards him, and it looks like he mouths to him, "Bump into me," and the player hits him in the shoulder, and he spills his drink, and they had to pause the game to clean up the court because it was dangerous. Big brain move by Jason Kidd. The phrase "sic semper tyrannis" is believed to have originated from what event? Is this the beheading of Charles I? Is this the Spanish Inquisition? That'd be a great nickname, the Spanish Inquisition. I like it for just a wrestler or something. Introduction of the guillotine, or the assassination of Julius Caesar? Introduction of the guillotine feels like it. I don't know why.
Yeah, but also it feels like that's just something that they would say around Julius Caesar when they killed him.
I feel like the tyrannus, though, feels like it has something to do with tyranny.
Yeah,
maybe that had something
Julius
to do
Caesar
with...
was a tyrant.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Totally knew that. And that's why it's right. And you passed the test. Good job. I was testing you, trying to throw you off your game. In the novel Where the Red Fern Grows, a boy trains 2 dogs to hunt what kind of animal? Is this fox, raccoon, duck, or deer? They made a movie about this, right?
It's raccoon. I think this is the first movie I cried to.
Oh, wow. Ooh, that's a good question, though. First movie you cried to.
I don't know how old I was.
Marley and Me.
Also,
but I didn't really cry to Marley and Me. I just got really... I was too tough.
Yeah.
Until I was in my early 20s. Yeah. I was too tough to admit that I would cry to a movie, so I just would try not to cry at any movie.
Hotel for Dogs made me tear
up. Nowadays, for any
Did you ever watch that one?
Cry. Soft. Hotel for Dogs?
When they have to get rid of all the dogs, and I'm like... Ooh.
Yeah, or... Brother, all dogs go to heaven. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What is the sum? By the way, that was, I don't know if I said, but we got that one right. What is the sum of the numbers on a standard keyboard that share their keys with the caret symbol and the ampersand? Is this 9, 15, 13, or 11? I don't know what any of this. This is all foreign language to me. The whole thing.
Not me looking at my keyboard.
It's true. It's not cheating. What do they expect? You're going to be taking this quiz on a computer.
Is it 15? I think it's 15. No, hold on.
Oh.
No, 13.
This is for the
it's
win,
13.
too.
It's 13. It's 7 and
It is
it's
indeed,
7 and 6.
and that is 5. 5 on 80% correct. It's pretty darn good. Let's see how far we can cook, but we are past. We did win. In the Christian Bible, which minor prophet first complained to God? Is that pronounced Obadiah?
Yeah.
Is this Obadiah? Nahum?
I think it's just
Nahum? Hosea?
Hosea?
Have I not heard?
Hosea?
I might not know ball. Hosea. Or Habakkuk?
Habakkuk? I think the last.
Habakkuk, yeah.
Honestly, don't know this one, so I'm going to go with Obadiah.
I don't really know these names like that, if I'm being honest.
I know the names, but I couldn't tell you
Really
who the first
like
one to complain to God was.
And
he was a minor?
One of my favorite football players of all time should have been on this list. Stevie Johnson. Remember when he famously complained to God when he dropped the game winner against the Steelers?
Yeah.
All right, what's your answer?
Obadiah. Yeah.
Oh, it was Habakkuk. Yeah, we got our 5 though. Shout out to Stevie Johnson.
Yeah.
Goat. That is Yelling at Pigeons episode 37. I was hoping we would get I'll save it. I was hoping we would get another question where we get to do British accents.
Yeah.
Because I might have downloaded a little sound effect for that.
Okay.
That's why I was a little bit zoned out for a small stretch there when you were reading quotes. I was trying to find a royalty music.
Right.
Which is hard to do because Google gets very confused.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I do want to be royalty free, but I also want the music to sound like royalty.
Yeah.
They're very confusing for that. But that's the show. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Yelling at Sports. Yeah. And next week on
YAP. Have a good week.
Let's blouse.